Hey guys, how's it going? We're going to go over some YouTube analytics. This is going to be part one of a series. I will make a playlist if you'd like to subscribe to that. If you want to subscribe to the channel, that's fine too, but just so you know, I post a lot of random crap. Being real quick here because I recorded this video and it didn't freaking work. It was awful. So I'm going to record it again, and the last one was 26 minutes, so we'll see how this one goes. But we're going to look at some videos on this channel, and then we're going to look at videos on my Dad Bod Forever channel. And specifically, we're going to look at audience retention. So let's go. The screen's going to go crazy because I want to make sure that it actually switches. It does. All right. So first video, Apple executive leaves over work from home policy. I guess I should give some background. On this channel, I post every morning. I take a news article, I talk about it, and then I go through my to-do list or whatever else I want to go through. That's pretty much the format of these videos, except of course now I'm breaking the format because I'm posting something else. But analytics, we need to take a look. You really do want to learn about analytics, by the way, because Google or YouTube or Alphabet, they have a lot of data, and that data drives the algorithm, and that is what decides what people view. Your window to that data is analytics. This is probably one of the most valuable tools that you have, okay? So let's take a look at this. This is the audience retention graph, which you guys should all be somewhat familiar with. Now, I actually don't like this view. I think I prefer it down here. Let me just cut this out like this. All right, there we go. So that way I can zoom in real easy. So you'll see up here, we're starting at like 100%. I think that's a little bit above 100, and I think that happens when people rewind for some reason at the beginning. But what you'll notice is we kind of hold some retention right here. We always lose people at the beginning. We'll talk about that later. But I really want to focus on this spot. We're holding retention, and then we kind of dive down, and then we end up, keep trying random lines. We end up down here, right? People leave. Why? Why are they doing that? What's your guess? Okay, well let's look for a second. So first 6 seconds we lose 25% of the audience. That's quite a lot. Let's look at the first 6 seconds of this video. We just talked about this yesterday, the whole work from home thing, and today there's an article in the New York Post. This is a bit of a crappy introduction, frankly, but it doesn't really matter because I just record whatever I want on this channel. Could it have been better? Yeah. This style of video, people might not enjoy. Not everybody enjoys everything. I may not be energetic enough for some people. It doesn't matter. Be you in these scenarios, and the people that like the way you are will subscribe. That's the way I look at it, at least. So why are people staying for this? Top Apple executive quits over had driven him out. I believe strongly that... I'm literally just reading the article and browsing through it. More flexibility would have been... Apple is using the pilot as a stepping stone to 5 days back in the office. Ian probably got the inside scoop that this is coming and left. Okay, so I've just switched away and back to my camera, away from the news article. Yep, that's probably true. I have a feeling or a thought here. There was one point that all of the... That was probably the least smooth transition ever. How much confidence is that transition going to fill somebody with? Now, I'm criticizing my own video. And I'll be honest with you, like, I'm not going to try very hard to make a good transition because I don't want an audience that I have to cater for that way. I want people that are willing to sit through a video to watch my video, and that's what I need to be able to post every day. Okay, but if you want a channel with 1 million subscribers, you better be ready to have some scripted stuff and really make some good editing to cut that kind of crap out. Leadership around me. And I'll save us some time here. This is really just me rambling, and you can see we start to lose people. Okay, this is my opinion section. This over here was the article. This over here is my opinion. People might agree or disagree with my opinion. They might not find my opinion strong enough. Eventually they dip out, and then over here I kind of mess with my to-do list, and there's not many people left by that point anyway. That's okay. I expect that. You might look at this and think it's a failure. I look at this and I say, some people watch this to the end. That might be my potential audience. I held people's retention here. That's good. That's something you can learn from. Let's look at the next video. PyKVM. So, oh boy, this is one that I feel like I misled my audience with the title. And yet it's still here. The PyKVM. I have a Raspberry Pi 4 that I use to remote control my computer through my iMac. I really like it because I like the hardware that I have. You can see it has 24 views. Typically, I think you have to have 10 views before you can see the audience retention graph. What's interesting about this one is that we hold the retention here. We actually come up, or I'd say we recover, and then it's like dead. It was dead down here. But again, some people are watching this the whole way through. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, right? We're not at 0%. Why are people coming back here? Well, this says the PyKVM is my solution to distraction. Anyone searching PyKVM is probably trying to work out how to set the damn thing up. And so here I'm chit-chatting about it, but you'll notice as I go into this, I have literally taken my webcam and I'm just pointing it at the PyKVM and pointing stuff out. That is the bit that they're interested in. And then, you know, they're like, maybe they were hoping for more technical information, but I didn't give it. Now, the reason I say this video is misleading, I say that because people are clicking it and they're not getting what they want. I didn't intentionally mislead them, but I have certainly realized that it's misleading. And I've also realized, actually my friend even suggested this, that I need to make a video that shows me setting this up, because this is a clear sign that there's an audience for that. Third video on this particular channel, what I learned, 30 videos, 30 days. I did a YouTube challenge on my other channel last year, 2021 in July, where I posted a video every day. And it was a lot of work. And, you know, I was just trying to improve, but I learned a lot from doing that. And that's what this video is about. It's also 42 minutes long. The fact that there's 20% of the people staying until the end is a miracle. This only has 9 views, okay? You got to ask yourself how many people are going to sit through a 42-minute video. There aren't many people that will do that. But there's a lot of people in the world, and there's a lot of different kinds of people. So the fact that I'm losing this many people is not a problem to me. I'm expecting to lose people because it's a fairly long, in-detail video. And it is edited. It's one of the few videos on this channel that I actually edited. But again, it's just a lot of information. And you would have to be passionate about it. For the right person, this kind of stuff is a gold mine. Okay? But for many people that are trying to become YouTubers, you know, this might not be the right kind of content for them. And that's just kind of the way it goes. All right, so we are going to switch over to another channel. We're going to switch over to Dad Forever, and we're going to take a look at some of the videos there. I'm going to pause this for a second while I set that up. All right, and through the magic of video editors, we are back. Okay, so 5 videos from Dad Forever. We're going to start with the first one. Stupid potholes. I got a flat tire on the car, and I decided I'd spent so much time trying to make videos that I was just going to record the things going on in my life. This video, you know, obviously we're losing some people. That's fine. We always lose people. But you'll notice that we have a real nice, solid line of retention right here. You know? Like, we don't have the typical death trended downwards. And so you got to ask why. You have a video that's not going well, you got to ask why not. And if something's going well, you got to work out what you did different. The biggest thing that I did different here, well, let me just start by saying that I recorded this with an iPhone. Nothing special, okay? The biggest thing that I think this video does, because this is not an exciting topic, okay? This is a flat tire and me changing it, is constant visual illustration of everything. Everything I'm doing, the visual representation is changing. Part of keeping retention is, you know, feeding those senses. You have 2 ways to feed senses. You have your eyes and your ears. Now, you should make sure that your video, you should make sure that someone can just listen to it without seeing it and understand it. Because if they can't understand it without the video, that's probably a problem. Because some people just like to listen to stuff in their AirPods, right? But you know, the visual part of that really adds to the entire experience. So if you're sitting there and you're looking at a camera and you're talking and there's nothing else going on, wave your arms. You know, move around in your seat, be expressive, use your voice to speak loudly. Don't be scared to laugh, and just do what you do. And you know, sometimes you're going to look back on yourself and you're going to cringe. But the fact of the matter is that people like relate to the authenticity of the creator. Okay, there are people like you out there, and they want to see you. They don't want to see a rigid body. They want to see the reactions. All right, so let's move on to the next one. You know, another little secret, I actually recorded everything I'm saying right now, but forgot to unpause the freaking recorder. This is saying forever. Anyway, boarding the Freedom of the Seas. We went on a cruise. Analytics. This is a good video. I don't know. I recorded everything on an iPhone, edited it in iMovie on the iPhone, and published it from the iPhone. And it's doing pretty well. And it has pretty good retention. And that just goes to show me that all the money I spent on equipment was a complete waste. So, with that said, you know, we're losing 40% of the viewers by 30 seconds. That kind of sucks. But YouTube says that's typical. So, you know, YouTube knows. YouTube has all the data. And if it tells you it's typical, you should probably go by that. Like this, sometimes I think we look at this and think, dang, 1/3 of the people hate me. But that's not the case. Like, everybody experiences this for whatever reason. And, you know, we don't know why. People might just click and then leave for any reason. But what's noticeable about this audience retention graph is that there's a bump in the middle. Why is there a bump in the middle? Well, as I'm kind of, you see it like a lot of the clips right here of the hotel and me in the car and stuff like that. But right around here, you see the cruise ship, and you see us going through security, and you see us on the cruise ship. The title of this video is Boarding the Freedom of the Seas. Most of the traffic is from YouTube search. Why are they going here? It's because they're scanning through the timeline, and suddenly they see the ship, and they're like, yeah, that's where I'm going to watch. Does that make sense? And then they're leaving. And I'll be honest with you, this video is probably a letdown in that regard, because it's not giving them what they want. I didn't put any thought into this. I was just trying to publish, because that's half the challenge. However, what this tells me, what I can conclude from this, is that there is an audience of people searching for information about boarding a cruise ship, and what you're probably solving there by making a good video about that is their anxiety about it. I know a new video I can make now. You know, just from looking at that graph. And I think it's also important to mention there, you know, this isn't a failure. Okay? But I will say that you should post frequently, and you should be willing to fail. You should put yourself on the line, and you shouldn't be scared to learn from those failures. Even though this isn't a failure. All right. Next video, Snowmageddon. There was a snowstorm in Michigan last year, 2021. And as I said, I just started recording everything I was doing. This video took me forever to record. It was over 2 days of recording, you know, the day before when it hadn't snowed, and then the day after when it had snowed. I had to get lots of things working. And, you know, it's an almost 20-minute video. I had hours worth of footage, multiple different camera shots. Enormous amount of editing effort went into this video. It's not even that great of a video editing wise, it's just that it's so damn long. And the audience retention looks like a giant steaming pile of poop. At least you would think that, right? However, I'm going to say it doesn't. And here's why. I really consider this video to be a success. All right? Because the people that watched it really did watch it. Granted, really only 20% of the 70 viewers actually bothered to watch this video. But those 20% are the people that really matter to me. In this case, all right? This video isn't like, it's not for everybody. It's like an obscure flavor of ice cream. And you have to accept that, okay? There are people that are going to come to your channel and they're going to taste the ice cream and they're going to leave because it's just not for them. But, you know, not everybody likes mint chocolate chip ice cream, yet stores still sell it because there are some people that do. Don't worry about the people that are leaving in this scenario, because everyone that's left, that's watching this video for 20 minutes, they're your subscribers, they're your audience, they're the people that, wow, you know, they really like enjoyed what you're doing. Don't be mad about the 80% that you lost. Be really happy about the 20% that you got to keep. And, you know, I feel like really what we're talking about here more is mindset. And, you know, hopefully that's helping. Anyway, the last two videos are review videos. This is the Greenlight debit card for kids. It's there's a service called Greenlight, and you can give up to 5 kids debit cards. It's really cool. I made this video a while ago, and I wasn't very good, but, you know, you'll notice straight away, I'm losing half of the viewers. Why am I losing half the viewers? Let's find out.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dad Bod Forever.
4 seconds in, welcome back to Dad Bod Forever. Hey guys, welcome back to Dad Bod Forever. People are arriving via YouTube search. They haven't been here before. And I'm welcoming them back. You know. It sounds nitpicky, okay? It sounds nitpicky, but you gotta understand, 8 seconds into this video, we're at 68%. We've lost 32%. We've lost basically a third of the audience. Doesn't sound like a lot, right? But it is a lot, because if I take this, excuse me, if I take this graph, okay, and let's suppose that instead of losing the 33% of the audience that I lost, because like this audience retention looks awful, but what if that was my audience retention? Well, that would look much better, right? I think it would. So this introduction isn't very concise, and I'm not going to play through the whole thing. But basically, the introduction really isn't getting to the point. And you see, we keep losing people right up to this point. And what's changing at this point at 33 seconds?
Is a service and an application that you can get.
I'm finally talking about Greenlight the service. 30 seconds in. The first 30 seconds, you're supposed to sell your video to the viewer and let them know what they can expect. That's basically the first 30 seconds of this video is useless.
That allows you to give debit cards to your kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is awesome. I'm going to show you guys the actual app on my cell phone, which I'm recording separately. I'm going to bring up here somewhere.
And there it is. Put the app on the screen, and people like it. Now, people stay for a little bit, you know, a few minutes in, but people start to drop off, and the problem is that this video was not very well rehearsed. It was kind of rambly. I wasn't very confident in what I was doing. I didn't know whether or not this was going to really be a good video. But you can see now it has 12-some thousand views and 555 hours of watch time. Imagine if I had written a script for this video. Imagine if I had spent more time on the introduction. Imagine if when YouTube looked at this, it thought, dang, people don't leave. They don't leave this video until 4 minutes in. YouTube would be more confident in this, and it would push my video to more people. And the last example, another review video that I didn't put any effort into. I was just recording about my treadmills. And around the new year, this started to pick up, I think, because everybody had gained lots of weight and they wanted to lose it. But you can see, again, like we're dropping off, and it's just this general decline of people staying. Because, look, here's the deal. Oh, what are we doing? People's time is very valuable. And in that first 30 seconds of your video, it's like a job interview, okay? Someone has come and you're the potential employee and your job is to entertain them. And they have 100 people and they can choose who they're going to hire for that little section of time. Are you going to be the one that they're going to hire? Well, you got to convince them in 30 seconds. Some people are more easily convinced than other people. And, you know, probably in any video you make, you probably want to make sure that the first 30 seconds of the video are like the most compelling part of it. I know people talk about having a hook. I don't know that it's so important to have a hook as to just very clearly set the expectations. just let people know, help them feel confident that they're not going to waste the next 5 minutes. Have you ever searched YouTube on a how-to type document, and you know, there's a guy he's going to tell you how to do something, but the video is 20 minutes long, and the first 10 minutes of the video, he's talking about how, you know, his pet alligator ate his mouse, and, you know, whatever. And you're like, it's cool that you're sharing all this information, but that's not what I came here for. You gotta, yeah. Hopefully this helps. Anyway, the next video in this series that I think I'll be making will actually be about analyzing a video's first 24 hours and how you can actually see how long each individual viewer viewed the video for. Because usually you get an average time, but you can actually get down to that information. And sometimes that can be really helpful, because you might be surprised at what's happening with your videos. Anyway, if you liked this, don't forget to like it, because that's really helpful. And if you want to subscribe. I will throw this on a playlist, like I said. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.